Hey guys, I just want to come up for a quick afternoon. I have a break right now. I've been doing some psychoeducation groups, and one of the things we talked about today is, as I always teach a lot about healthy boundaries, and I brought up I shared in a group as well how I've learned to be assertive, and that was one way of helping me find my voice and identifying who I am as a person and the things that I stand for, because my boundaries, as our boundaries, usually align with our value. And so I talked about me learning to find one way of me learning how to find my voice was practicing with intention how to speak up for myself and how to advocate for myself. Thank you so much. All right. I'm having lunch. I haven't had fried chicken in a minute. Some collard greens and some cornbread and some ginger ale with some lemon in it. Okay, that's it. I had to learn how to speak up for myself. So what I would do, I shared an example of when I used to do hair a lot more. I'm a licensed cosmetologist as well, and I had started my own mobile salon business, right? And I remember a friend or two, kind of taking advantage of me. In their mind, they didn't mean evil intent. But when I brought it to their attention, they realized how it is kind of disrespectful to expect me, this is how they took advantage of me, to do their hair for free. So two of them actually waited until I finished their whole hair, completing a hairstyle, and then tell me they're going to pay me later. Okay, so they're used to the nice, passive Cheryl, right, in the past. This is in my early 30s when these particular incidents happened, early 30s. And I said, okay, so you see that I started a business on the side to help me make extra money. I'm going through school. I went through a divorce, so I'm raising my daughter as a single divorced parent. Clearly she had both parents, but now I'm the primary parent. And you see this, and I'm in my mind, because we talked today about how people can take you for granted when you don't have any boundaries set in place, or when you create boundaries, sometimes other people are uncomfortable and they perceive it as you're pushing them away or you're being aggressive. It's like, no, I'm doing this because I care about me and I care about you and I care about our relationship. That's why I'm setting boundaries, because if we set boundaries, that protects both of us. And there's mutual respect for both of us. That's the right perception. And most of you who follow me know that I always talk about the way we perceive things have a lot to do with how we respond and how we behave and how we act. And so when I would mention to my friends who did this to me, I said, I feel like, use my I statements, you're taking advantage of me or take me for granted, because this is my business. This is helping me to keep a roof over my head and put food on the table for my daughter. And it's also a business. You would not go to a salon and walk in a salon and say, can you do my hair today and I'll pay you later? And I would use the same example of Popeye. A lot of you who go a little bit far back like me and you grew up watching Popeye, the cartoon, there was a particular episode where a guy would come to the restaurant and he said, I'll gladly pay you to, what's that, Sesame Street? I can't remember now I'm getting mixed up. But he would say, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Where they do that at? And so I said, this is how people sometimes we treat each other. Like I said, with not evil intent, people were used to me being passive, the nice Cheryl. Oh, I can pay her later. And I said, no. Oh, Cheryl has left. I need the money today. I did your hair today. I need the money to leave it up to me if I want to be a blessing and I want to give you a free hairstyle. Don't expect or assume that I'm going to do that. And of course, there's always the fear of, is this person still going to be my friend? But if they're really my friend and respect me, they'll get it. I didn't say it aggressively. Assertiveness means I just express how I felt, my concerns, but also considering your feelings as well. That's the only difference. Stay close friends with both people. And no, one person, well, she was a younger person. I mean, she was caught up in her own life. So I never really saw her too much anyway after that. But one of my other friends, we stayed like sisters to this day. But I had to learn, main point, I had to learn how to speak up for myself and advocate. Because if you don't, people will always take advantage of you or see you in a certain light. And until you set the precedence for change, you're going to stay in a cycle of feeling disrespected and not valued. So I just wanted to bring that up today for somebody who feels like they been in the same situation where they feel like they're always accommodating other people, making other people feel comfortable, but you're not thinking about yourself. So that's part of self-love, respecting yourself, appreciating you, your values, and yourself as a person, so you can keep your dignity, right, and sense of value. So that's it. Let me eat this lunch and go back for another class. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.